Our message is, you can, a lot of people, especially in the black community, are very religious. Yes? So I think the number one most religious country in the world is Ghana. What in terms of percentage, about 98%.
What are the results of this?
The second most religious country is Nigeria.
I'm not talking about the cult centers.
Something like 90, if Ghana is 98, Nigeria is about 96, and so on. So
do you think this is linked?
Yeah.
This link
If I rob this
statistically, it seems probable that people of a certain colour are less likely to be atheists. And since atheists make the argument that you have to be intelligent to be an atheist, doesn't that fit within Darwinism that black people are closer to the apes than white people? Or would lie to them?
first of all, your question is completely wrong. Okay?
But you just said black people are more likely to be religious. And one of the things that neo-Darwinism teaches, one aspect of it, is polygenism, that there's different multiple origins. Black people are closer to the gorillas and the white people are closer to the orangutans. So maybe that's the reason, from your point of view, not my point of view, because I don't believe that, why black people are less likely to be atheists.
Darwin didn't say anything of the sort. As I said, your question is completely wrong. If you want to bring me any evidence,
Sure, I have evidence here. The evidence we have is Charles Darwin's book.
Yes.
Right? Now, the reason why I'm pointing it out is because...
we haven't finished what I was saying. You can show me the evidence in there if you like.
Sure.
But the point is that Darwin never said that. So please don't say things which Darwin...
I said neo-Darwinism.
Well, whatever you said. But the point is, don't put Darwin... Why don't you call it neo-Reaganism or something? Nothing to do with Darwin. No, Darwin never said it.
So racism has nothing to do with Darwinism.
No, you're saying that some sort of statement came out of Darwin. Darwin didn't say that, right? Now you're saying it's neo-Darwinism. In other words, it's not Darwin, it's just somebody's idea of what Darwin said. So Darwin didn't say it, so don't put Darwin's name in it. Call it neo-Thatcherism or neo-Reaganism or neo-Cameronism or neo-Theresa Mayism. Call it whatever you like. Nothing to do with Darwin.
So do you know what eugenics is?
But let's talk about what you said at first. No, you said something about Africans and apes and white people and orangutans. You said all that. Let's just answer that. Let's answer one thing at a time. All right, can I answer that? Can I answer that? Can I answer that? Sure. All right. First of all, let me answer. Sure. First of all, what Darwin said is that we are all descended from the same source. Yeah? So we're all Africans, basically. So anybody who tells you that white people are this and black people are that is just talking rubbish.
Okay, so what did Darwin mean by the favored races and the lower races and the struggle of life and the preservation of this is the title of his book, right? On the Origin of Species, preservation of the favored races, remember we're talking about race here, in the struggle of life. Now, can you tell me what the favored races is? And I'm assuming you read the Origin.
Let's go through it quickly. First of all, races, what he meant by that was just a different species, okay?
So there's different human species?
No, well there are different human species, but some of them are dead already or extinct. But let me say what I'm saying so that you don't keep interrupting me. Sure. But he was talking about animal species, he was talking about butterflies, talking about fish, yeah? So he was talking about the different species that survive. And when he says favored races, he's talking about the races which, a lot of different species are extinct. The ones which have survived are the favored ones, yes? So it's just an old-fashioned way of speaking. It doesn't mean what you mean by it.
Okay.
Go on.
What did I mean by it? Did I mean race as in color?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You're talking about white people and black people and this and that. So therefore your question was completely wrong. You don't know what Darwin said.
Okay, can I just ask you if what you're saying is true? Why did neo-Darwinian biologists take a black guy from Africa whose name was Otter Benga and stick him in a human zoo in New York and say that he is a missing link between the African apes and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Why did they do this?
All right, because
and do you know about this, firstly?
Yes.
Do you know about this?
Yes.
And it was neo-Darwinian atheists who did this.
First of all, you're always
Would you
bringing
like
up.
to be in a zoo?
You're always bringing up neo-Darwinism as if you've said something wonderful. You haven't. You've talked absolutely
I'm talking
rot. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying.
No, it's in here, it's in the
Let me
Bible.
finish what I'm saying.
Okay,
It's in your Bible.
can you see, I can't use,
Otter Benga.
it's here in the God
Let's talk
delusion.
about Otter Benga.
Can I use that
You can
reference?
talk about that afterwards. Let's talk about Otter Benga.
Sure.
Now,
Can I use
let's
it
finish
afterwards?
talking about. I said you can talk about it afterwards. First of all, they did put him in a zoo.
They did put him in a zoo,
Yes.
That was bad.
But they have done much worse things. That's not the worst
Yeah,
thing
they
they've ever
killed-
done.
they killed
Let
people.
me finish what I'm saying. All right? They've done very much worse things. Now, the fact of the matter is that a lot of people have very, very funny ideas.
Like putting people in zoos. That's a funny idea.
Well, whatever you want to say.
Atheism.
Well, they put people in zoos. They have very funny ideas.
Sure.
Now,
Firstly, do you condemn that? Do you condemn what they did?
you're talking about as if it happened yesterday. Do you know when this happened?
1908, 1910.
Yes,
around
more
this
than
time.
100 years ago.
Yeah.
So why should
So
I?
is it okay? Is it forgiven just because it happened 100 years ago?
Do you want me to answer your question, or do you want to keep firing questions? The fact of the matter is that they had funny ideas and they carried out those funny ideas.
And the funny idea is called neo-Darwinism. Because that's what it's based upon. So you just call neo-Darwinism a
first of
funny
all,
idea.
No, you said that, not me. I've told you before that you can call Neo and then put any name you like. I don't know what your name is. Let's say Ahmed. Call it Neo-Ahmedism.
My name is Ahmed, actually.
It is? Okay. All right, so there you go. But the point is that you can put any name you like against those funny ideas. It's nothing to do with Darwin. Okay, now
so wait,
let's go back to Otter Benga.
Wait, hang on 1 second. You're telling me Otter Benga being in a zoo had nothing to do with evolutionary theory?
Yes.
Okay, so was it a coincidence, just like you said my name by coincidence, is it coincidence that the people who stuck him in a zoo and studied him, they spoke about how he was a less evolved human being? Was that a coincidence as well?
The point is that they have funny ideas.
Right, neo-Darwinism is a funny idea.
You're saying that, I didn't say. The point is they have funny ideas, they have very wrong ideas.
Right.
Yes, so from our point of view, from where we stand now, where we have more knowledge, we can say, without a doubt, that they were wrong. Yeah? They were wrong in what they did, they were wrong in what they were thinking.
Why are they wrong from your point of view, not my point of view?
No,
I don't believe in racism, but from your atheistic point of view,
Right.
you believe in the selfish gene, right? We're all evolved.
Yes.
You have a Richard Dawkins book here. So if we are pure survival machines which are there to propagate our DNA, what reason is there from your point of view to help people that give you no survival or procreation value?
Yeah. Well, again, you don't know very much of what you're talking about. But let me explain what you've just said. All right? Then you can perhaps understand. Yeah? Now we evolved in certain situations. We evolved in small groups, and each of those small groups, their survival depended on each other. You understand?
Right.
So we evolved to help other people.
You're talking about reciprocal altruism. I'm not talking about reciprocal altruism. Because I said they give you no survival or procreation value. You need to understand my question.
Yeah, because
first.
I do understand your
leave
question.
aside
Your question
kin
is
selection,
completely wrong.
leave aside kin selection, leave aside reciprocal altruism. I want you to answer my question, not answer a question I didn't ask. If
Yeah,
somebody gives you no survival value and no procreation value, it doesn't help you survive, it doesn't help you reproduce. What reason is there from a selfish gene point of view to help? According to Richard Dawkins, whose book you have there is no reason.
Yeah, because you only read what you want to read, and you only confirm.
I'm only reading what's there.
you
Have
only,
you read that book?
You only confirm to yourself what you want to.
Do you
what you want to confirm. Now, Richard Dawkins. If you read the book.
Sure, I do.
Not this one. This one is only dealing with the God thing.
It doesn't mention Darwin.
If you're talking,
Hang on, does that book mention Darwin?
I don't. look.
Wait, why do you have a book if you haven't read it?
No, I didn't
Does
tell
it
you I
mention
haven't read
Darwin?
it.
My question, does this
I
book mention
haven't-
Darwin?
I haven't told you I haven't read it. But
Have you read this book?
I've read that book. But
Okay, so does it mention Darwinism? And does it mention evolutionary theory?
no, because I'm not going to go back there because I want.
Okay.
I want you to. I want you,
You
to
just said-
understand your question.
Sure. You
Your
just said this
your
book's about God,
question
didn't you?
About people who have got no survival value being helped by other people,
Yeah,
right?
but you,
Now,
I can see so many goals.
Let me try and answer that. Let me try and answer that.
Wait, hang on a
Let
second.
me try and answer that. No, because if you don't take an
All you're doing is
answer, then
this.
what's the point of
All
asking
you're
all those
doing is
questions?
this. You're putting books on your table that you haven't read. And you
No,
said
I
this
told you
book's
I've read
about
it.
God.
I told you I've read it.
Okay, so does it mention evolution?
First of all, what's it called?
The God delusion.
Okay, that's a clue as to what it's about.
Sure. Does
All
it
right.
mention evolution?
Now then, now
Does
that
it
you know
mention
what it's
evolution?
about, can you put it down and we'll go back to your question
Because what I've
about
understood,
survival?
what I've understood is you said to me, I don't understand anything about evolution, but you yourself, you don't know what's in the book that you have at your table. Is there something wrong with that?
No, there's something wrong with the question. You're wearing
Can you-
jeans.
can
You're wearing jeans.
I'm glad you can see that.
Yes. How
Can you tell me
how
if
were
this
those
book
jeans
has-
made?
They didn't evolve.
How were
Someone
they
designed
made?
them.
How were they made?
They were designed.
No. How were they made?
They didn't
You
evolve.
don't know. So
I
you're
do
wearing
know.
clothes that you don't know how they were made. This is ridiculous.
Whoa!
Put this down.
Beautiful. So the
Absolutely
guy
rubbish.
said to me, let me just clarify, right? I'm wearing jeans. Listen to this, guys. I'm wearing jeans,
Yes.
which I don't know who made them.
No, how they were made.
How
You
they
don't
were
know.
made. So it's
So-
okay that he has a book which he hasn't read on his
I
table.
told you I've read it.
Well done, my friend.
I told you I've read it.
Well done, my
I
friend.
told you I've read it.
Hang on a second.
He told you several times that he's read it.
Honestly, I've never
My
seen
question
anything
to
like
him,
it.
can I ask you a question? If you have a store and you have a book at the store, the minimum that is required is you read that book.
He told you he's read it.
That's
I told
true.
you I've read it.
Already. So my question to him is a simple question. Is evolution mentioned in this book?
I'm not going to answer you because this is the title of the book.
I
That's what
said,
the book
did
is
you
about.
read the book?
It's about
Not
the
the
God
title.
delusion. So if you don't understand what that means, I can explain that to you. I'm not going to stick there explain evolution to you. Do you know what evolution even means?
When they try and understand.
It's not the evolution delusion.
Yeah.
Right. What does it say there?
The Darwin imperative. Darwinian imperative.
So why couldn't you just say, yes, the book does mention evolution?
Because
Because you haven't read it.
we're talking about the God delusion.
I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for
time
you.
this.
Thank you.
As you
Bye-bye.
can see, people that have stalls, they have no idea what they're about. And as you can
as a
see,
Muslim, you've got to be
he's
more
got
humble.
books about
Why don't you
God is
try
not
to
great.
understand more
He's got
disciples?
all this stuff to try and
Yeah.
look intelligent. He doesn't even know the title of Darwin's book, which I have in my hand.
Friend, you must try and be humble.
London black atheists, as you can see, have been refuted. Thank you very much.
You're a bad Muslim, you know.
You're very rubbish. You've got no clue, no intelligence.